Item: SCP-1111. Object Class Euclid. Description: SCP-1111-1 is an entity with an appearance similar to that of Canis familiaris, commonly known as the domestic dog. The size of SCP-1 varies with its distance from SCP-1111-2. Directly beneath it, SCP-1 is approximately 150 cm from ground to shoulders. The exact breed of SCP-1 is unclear. It appears to be a mix, with traits of both Labrador Retriever and a German Shepherd clearly visible. SCP-1 possesses a white coat and red eyes, both of which grow at luminosities directly proportional to its proximity to SCP-2. At distances greater than 500 meters from SCP-2, SCP-1 gradually becomes translucent. Additionally, SCP-1's speed, strength and agility all seem to be inversely proportional to its distance from SCP-2. A dog tag is affixed to a faded red collar around SCP-1's neck. The tag reads, "Loyal." Left alone, SCP-1 lies down beneath SCP-2. It does not appear to sleep, or if it does, it is able to do so with its eyes completely open. It does not eat, drink, or breathe. Should SCP-1 become aware of any person or object coming near SCP-2, it will quickly become hostile and attempt to destroy the intruder. SCP-1 has significantly increased physical abilities above a standard canine. Video records show it running at speeds in excess of 60 km per hour, jumping 6 meters into the air and biting through 15mm titanium plating. SCP-1 appears to be incorporeal, and as such, attempts to both neutralize it and examine SCP-2 more closely have been met with failure. See Incidents Log 1111-B for details. SCP-1111-2 has the appearance of a man hanged by a noose from a tree. The subject wears a faded business suit and dress shoes. Both are too worn to be properly identify a manufacturer. SCP-2 constantly jerks and twitches in a manner consistent with those of a man being hanged. Occasionally, gasps of breath can also be heard. The violence and energy of these jerks is directly proportional to SCP-1's proximity to SCP-2. As the distance between the two increases, the jerks and twitches decrease in violence and frequency. Special Containment Procedures. A restricted zone has been established in a 2 km radius around SCP-2. A public statement was released declaring it to be a weather monitoring station. Cameras are suspended from weather balloons constantly monitoring the enclosure. Individuals may not come within 1 km of SCP-2 without explicit written permission from a Level 4 researcher or higher. Should SCP-1 move away from SCP-2, all personnel are to evacuate the restricted zone until -1 returns to its position beneath -2. Incident Log 1111-B. Date: 2nd of May 19... A team of 4 agents was sent to attempt to neutralize SCP-1 for transportation to containment facility. The team approached SCP-2 from the north, opposite the direction SCP-1 was facing. The agents were able to come within 300 meters of SCP-2, at which point SCP-1 rose and attacked agents without warning. Agent Barkley, realizing that the mission had failed, began to flee the area. SCP-1 pursued but decreased in size, definition and speed as it grew further and further away from SCP-2. When SCP-1 reached a distance of 900 meters from SCP-2, SCP-2 was observed to stop moving entirely. At this point, SCP-1 froze for a moment and turned its head towards SCP-2. SCP-1 stayed in this position for a few seconds before howling once and sprinting back to SCP-2. SCP-2 was observed to resume its jerking and twitching. Video records of the incident indicate that rounds fired at SCP-1 passed through it without making contact, despite the fact that its teeth and claws proved solid when attacking agents. Agent Barkley was the only one to survive the incident. Message from 05-4. From this point forward, only D-Class and remote-operated drones may be used to approach SCP-1111 directly. Date: 20th of May 19... 5 D-Class armed with machetes and sidearms were sent to approach SCP-2 from various directions. Incident proved similar to previous attempt. SCP-1 proceeded to kill all D-Class present. During the incident, D-83011 was able to come within 50 meters of SCP-2 before being killed. During this time, cameras noted an anomaly with SCP-2. Its jerk slowed and its eyes opened and fixed on D-83011. SCP-2's arms then raised towards D-83011 in what appeared to observers as a welcoming embrace. Moments before D-83011 was killed by SCP-1, SCP-2's lips can be seen moving, mouthing what appear to be the words, "No, down boy." Immediately after the death of D-83011, SCP-2 fell limp and resumed normal twitching. Message from 05-4. It appears as though simply isolating SCP-2 is enough to effectively contain SCP-1. As such, all further testing is suspended, barring a significant development until further notice. Incident Log 1111-C. Data expunged. Administrator clearance accepted. Date 29th of May 19... Experiment approved by 05-4. 7 D-Class personnel are procured and are given specific mission instructions. D-90213, 214, 215 and 216 are to attack SCP-1111 with shotguns and handguns. D-90217 and 218 are unarmed and are to run in opposite directions to SCP-1. D-90219 is to make his way to SCP-2 using the elimination of the other D-Class as a distraction. The plan was initially successful. All D-Class followed mission directives. The first 4 D-Class successfully made contact with SCP-1 and engaged with no success. SCP-1 quickly dispatches them and the other 2 D-Class running in the opposite direction. In this time, D-90219 has already made it within 50 meters of SCP-2. SCP-1 runs at D-90219 at a previously unseen speed of 80 km an hour to catch up with D-90219. SCP-2 extends its hands in an embrace like the previous account. D-90219 is breathing heavy and crying at this point as SCP-1 begins barking and snapping from 2 meters behind. D-90219 manages to grip SCP-2's leg. SCP-2 immediately stops twitching and jerking and shouts at SCP-1, "No, down boy!" SCP-1 immediately stops in its tracks, an arm's length from D-90219. SCP-2 takes several huge heavy breaths, as if breathing for the first time. D-90219 tentatively extends a hand and begins to pet SCP-1, who leans in appreciatively. SCP-1's translucent quality seems to stop, and the subject becomes solid. Senior researcher observes this new form and orders Agent to fire at SCP-1 and attempt to neutralize it. Agent fires and the bullet successfully impacts and pushes through SCP-1's back. SCP-1 yelps and falls and rolls away from SCP-2. SCP-2 cries out in anguish and kicks D-90219 away. SCP-1 appears to regain its translucent abilities and the wound immediately heals. D-90219 attempts to flee. SCP-1 chases down D-90219 and kills him. By 05 command, all experiments with SCP-1111 are to be suspended indefinitely. Containment protocols are to be enforced, and no further experiments are permitted without written permission from at least 2 05 Council members.